For the final episode of her podcast, Meghan Markle turned to a group of male guests to shine a light on the impact they have on the perpetuation, and/or breaking down, of stereotypes and labels pinned on women. The Duchess of Sussex spoke to comedian Trevor Noah, talk show host and TV producer Andy Cohen, and director, producer, and screenwriter Judd Apatow. Starting with Andy, a reality TV powerhouse and host of the late-night talk show Watch What Happens Live, they delved into the ways in which archetypes are bolstered in the media. Andy also acts as executive producer for The Real Housewives, a highly successful television franchise that follows the personal and professional lives of affluent women in a particular city. Meghan admitted to being a huge fan of the show and confessed to a slightly awkward first meeting with the well-known producer. As she welcomed Andy as her first guest on the episode, the TV personality said, "Nice to meet you," to which the Duchess responded, "It's good to see you. I met you before. You'll never remember it." Andy exclaimed, "You're kidding." Before the royal explained how the pair had actually met years ago. She said, "I did need to set the table a bit, to maybe go down memory lane when we met once upon a time, or shall I say, twice upon a time." The Duchess continued, "I've met you twice. The first one, Suits, wasn't even on yet, the pilot hadn't even aired, and there was some sort of event for USA and Bravo at the SLS Hotel. And I was such a huge fan." Andy interjected, saying, "Oh no. And I ruined it. What did I do?" "No, you didn't," Meghan responded, hesitating before adding, "You were perfectly. You did that thing when your eyebrows go up. And I was just gushing. I was like, oh my God. And you just said, uh-huh." Andy said, "Oh God," before Meghan assured him, saying, "It's okay, it's fine, it's fine. I was still a huge, huge fan." After the Duchess' confession, the pair delved into a conversation about The Real Housewives franchise, a show that Andy greenlit in the mid-noughties when he was an executive at Bravo. The show started in the US with The Real Housewives of Orange County before spreading nationally to the likes of New York City, Beverly Hills, and Miami, and later, internationally to Athens, Cheshire, and Dubai. Talking about the show, Meghan said, "I get why it was such a huge, huge part of pop culture, and when it began, because you began with Orange County and I'm from California, it felt remotely like a world that I knew but still felt so foreign. But I would say almost every one of my friends still watches it." The Duchess explained that when she asks her friends why they choose to watch the show, the almost unanimous answer is, drama. "And because it brings entertainment," she said. "It's entertaining and it's also, I think, so familiar." Andy said, "It's a way to kind of judge other people's behaviors in a guilt-free way, without feeling bad about it. It's an excuse to gossip about friends who aren't really our friends." Meghan then admitted that she feels conflicted when it comes to the show, explaining that it's not as a result of Andy's rightfully deserved success, but on what his success, specifically with this franchise, has been based on. She continued, "As we grapple, this season, with what archetypes are and how limiting they are, on the flip side of that is, are we giving women the space and allowance to be exactly who they are, as complicated, layered, tall,